Hello, everyone. It's me, your Commissioner Nick, who also happens to have the best record in the league right now. No big deal. Anyway, it's time for the power rankings, everybody's favorite. It is week 12. We're almost done with the season, only 3 more weeks to go. It's Thanksgiving week. I hope everyone has a great Thanksgiving out there. Let's get right into those rankings. It's the Ocho, brought to you by your first place commissioner. Let's go.
Number 12. King of the Hill V2. Luke's team stays locked in the basement in the rankings following another loss, this time at the hands of Harambe. In a bold strategy, Luke started the injured Allen Robinson, hoping he could survive another week. Unfortunately, it didn't pay off, and Luke has become the first team eliminated from playoff contention. Number 11. Beans Pride Parade.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Okay.
Okay?
You?
Absolutely.
Beans falls to the 11th spot this week after suffering his 3rd straight loss. Beans didn't even have a bad week as he put up the 5th most points in the league. Unfortunately, just ran into a tough matchup. Now 4-7 on the year, Beans' playoff hopes are looking grim. He's going to need to win out, but that's not going to be easy. Number 10. Quantum Cheeseburger. Jerry's team lost in the game of the week as he remains winless in the Battle of Keo 130. NT Tannehill started in place of Krusty Wilson, but he was no help, throwing 4 interceptions. The rest of the offense was there, putting up an above-average performance. However, no one was beating Brophy this week. At 5-6 with the lowest points scored in the league, I'm going to go ahead and put the done chain on Jerry for this year. Number 9. I don't even care anymore. Brad's team lost a close one this week, not that he cares anyway, as his team now sits at 4-7. Both his running backs got banged up, but sacked Prescott was the reason this team lost, scoring a negative half point this week. This is another team that's going to need to win out in order to have a chance, and I don't see that happening. Number 8. Team Never Lucky. The reigning, defending, undisputed, 2-time back-to-back champion of Bad Company, Dan, bounced back to win, and ladies and gentlemen, the Dan Band is back on track. Stephon Diggs' 2nd touchdown in garbage time turned out to be the difference, but it still counts the same. Dan has now won 4 out of his last 5, and he's 6th in points per game over that stretch. He's been holding on to his 1% playoff chances for weeks, but he's not out of it yet. Number 7. Poppy's Prize Possession, OCC. Brophy's team showed Jerry who's his Poppy by going off for 153 points in the game of the week to move to 6-5 on the year. Cam Newton returned as QB1 and was the 3rd best QB in the league this week. Whoa Mixon added 2 touchdowns on the ground, and even DJ Moore woke up to score a touchdown this week. As you can see, he's got very nice playoff chances. Let's see if he can keep it going. Number 6. Borat High Five. Hunter's team lost again as his league worst defense let another one slip away. Justin Herbert and Austin Eckler had huge games, but P. Higgins was 2 thumbs down this week. Once again under 500, Hunter is running out of time to lock down a playoff spot as he's once again on the outside looking in. Number 5. When Legends Rise. Frank's team picked up a big win over one of the best teams in the league maybe this year, and he's now 7-4 on the season. Who saw that coming? Aaron Rodgers had a monster game, scoring 40 points thanks to 4 touchdowns, and even DeAndre Swift got the Rodgers rate, scoring 22 points himself. An inside source claims this GM believes he should be number 1 in the rankings this week, but I think he should be happy being in the top 5. Number 4. The Process. Ryan's team picked up a big win this week over longtime rival Hunter, thanks to Justin Jefferson scoring 37 points. Tua Tagovailoa got the start for Kyler Not-in-a-Hurry Murray, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire finally made his Process debut, putting up a solid 15 points. Despite his lack of running backs this week, this is the kind of performance we've been expecting from the Process all year. Number 3. Maybe this year, huh? Wow, Lance's team falls to number 3 in the rankings after a hideous loss to When Legends Rise. We all know the kind of game touchdown Jonathan, Taylor's version, had. Unfortunately, he accounted for over 60% of the entire offense. Lamar Jackson was a late scratch due to illness, but DK Metcalf was very mediocre. From the best team over the last 2 months to the fewest points in the league real quick. This stinker of a game drops Lance from 3rd to 6th in points per game. Hopefully, he bounces back. Number 2. MidSeason Harambe. Oliver's team jumps up 2 spots in the rankings as he won again this week, improving to 7-4 on the year. Davante Adams led the way, providing 30 points with his 2 touchdowns, and James Conner remains the biggest draft day bargain with another 20-point performance. He's got very nice playoff chances at this point, but if Pat Mahomes can remember how to play football by the end of the year, this team's got to be the favorite. And number 1, absolutely that guy, pal. There's a new king of the castle, and his name is Nick. That's right, my team comes in at number 1 in the rankings with a league-best 8-3 record. Since acquiring Jalen Hurts so good, and Chris all I do is God win, my team has won 5 straight games and has scored the most points in the league over that stretch. So bring on all your corrupt commissioner claims in the chat. I want to hear it. I'll be waiting for you all in the playoffs. And speaking of the playoffs, let's take a look at our playoff picture just now. As you can see, I am now the number 1 seed, and I would be taking on the winner of the process in When Legends Rise. In the 2 seed, all the way at the bottom, Oliver's team slides in, moving ahead of maybe next year. I'm sorry, it should be maybe this year. I still have to correct that, I guess. We will be taking on Poppy's prize possession. Hunter's team dropped out of a playoff spot. Quantum Cheeseburger and I Don't Care Anymore still in the hunt, but things aren't looking very good. Now let's take a look at our Week 12 predictions. Here are our matchups. We've got When Legends Rise taking on King of the Hill V2. I'm going to take When Legends Rise in this one. I think he's just got the better team, and he's 7-4 for a reason. In our next matchup, I Don't Even Care Anymore taking on Beans Pride Parade. I'm going to take Beans here. He's still got Tom Brady, Christian McCaffrey. He's just got a lot of talent on his team still. I'm going to take Beans. Maybe this year versus Quantum Cheeseburger, Lance is going to bounce back big this week. He's going to beat Jerry by about 70. I can just see it now. We can put the done chain on Quantum Cheeseburger. In our next matchup, we've got Team Never Lucky taking on Borat. High five. And I'm going to take Borat here to bounce back and move back to 500. And in our last game here, we got Poppy's prize possession taking on the process. I'm going to take the process here. He showed this past week what he can do on offense, and I think he can keep that going. We'll see. And in the game of the week, we've got a rematch of our Week 1 game of the week. It's my team, absolutely that guy, pal, taking on MidSeason Harambe. Longtime rivals here. As you can see, I'm 8-3 on the year, taking on Oliver, who's 7-4. The battle of the top 2 teams. I'm 7-3 against Oliver all time, and I've really got a balanced roster, I think. Even though I don't really have a superstar, especially the last couple weeks with Kamara being banged up. Oliver, on the other hand, his strength, he's got a lot of veterans. He's got a good veteran crew there. He's got James Conner, he's got Brandon Cooks, and Davante Adams leading the way. Unfortunately, he's got a broken quarterback. On the bright side, though, that broken quarterback is on a bye this week, so I think that's going to be the difference. He's going to have to pick up another quarterback to play with, and I think that's going to lead him to victory this week.